What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Liverpool Wolves post-match analysis and reaction video. And I'm sorry that I didn't upload this video yesterday, but we were recording carrier mode with one of my best friends, and also I was watching the game with like half an eye because I had a second TV set up, but we recorded carrier mode for so late, it was like midnight when we finished, so I couldn't make a video then, but I'm making this video right now. And what a brilliant win. It was a very professional, very composed, solid performance by Liverpool. It wasn't like awfully spectacular, it wasn't gung-ho, it wasn't the swashbuckling style, the heavy metal football that Jurgen Klopp usually plays. Defensively we were a lot more solid, and I really like this midfield setup of Fabinho, Dijk and Harvey Elliott. It gives a lot of solidity to the defense. Of course, Konate being back with Van Dijk is huge to our defense. And also, after Wolves, yesterday's opponent, smashed us 3-0 in the Premier League, we kept 4 clean sheets in a row in the Premier League. God knows when that happened the last time. And Liverpool are a lot more solid defensively, and we will always score goals with Salah, Nunez and Jota or Gakpo up front. I think we have a great front line. The midfield just needs to improve, and I think this is the future of Liverpool. Dijk and Harvey Elliott is the future of Liverpool's midfield. Harvey Elliott was really good, nothing really spectacular. He had a good chance from a header which he glanced it wide, but he should have scored. Darwin Núñez was unlucky that he got his goal choked off in the end, rightfully so. VAR disallowed that goal basically, but Darwin Núñez then gets an assist for the Salah goal. I thought Trent Alexander-Arnold's performance was much improved. Tsimikas had a solid game, nothing spectacular again, but Robertson sometimes needs a breather, and I would start Tsimikas like every 3 or 4 games because he's actually a solid left back. And maybe we will sell him in the summer, I'm not sure, but I don't want Tsimikas to be sold because he's really a solid option from left back. Dijk again was fantastic, and Fabinho is getting back to his usual self. He was of course not as good as last season, where he was one of the best center defensive midfielders in the Premier League, but this was an improvement of a performance. And Liverpool didn't create a lot in the first half, but in the second half we really pinned Wolves back and we created loads of chances. We gave them a lot of things to worry about, and I like Darwin Núñez on the left wing. I know he's primarily not a left winger, but Jurgen Klopp is using him there because Jurgen Klopp likes his start striker, his forward, to press from the front, and he also sometimes drop deep, and Jota can do that, Gakpo can do that, Bobby Firmino can do that, but that's not Darwin Núñez's game really. And also in the second half, Darwin Núñez can bump forward with pace and really like threaten the Wolves defense. I mean, in the first half Liverpool had 7 shots, Wolves had 4, but in the second half Liverpool had 8 shots, Wolves had 0. We really nullified Wolves perfectly in the second half, and Liverpool probably should have scored 3 or 4 goals. The goal came after a brilliant free kick from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk heads it towards goal. Jose Sa parries it to the side, not out for a corner, and Jota drills it back onto Van Dijk's head, who smashes it in, bullet header. And you saw what it meant for Van Dijk and the whole Liverpool team. We celebrated because this is a massive victory, especially after Tottenham recently beat Chelsea. Liverpool need to keep pace with these teams, and now Liverpool have 10 points from the last 12 games with 3 clean sheets in a row, 1 0-0 and 3 2-0 victories. Rock solid. Liverpool's defense is once again, at least in terms of keeping clean sheets. We still allow too many chances to the opposition, but hopefully that will change. And Liverpool's next game is massive. Liverpool, Manchester United on March the 5th, which is Sunday. Really looking forward to that game. Man United are in top form. They got through in the FA Cup yesterday after going behind to West Ham, and they won the League Cup recently. But Liverpool at Anfield is really back. I think we are back to like not our best, but almost to our best. We still only lost one game at Anfield, and away from home is where Liverpool really struggled. We lost 6 times away from home, only once at Anfield. So hopefully that home form will carry over to Man United. It's massive. If we could beat Man United, then the top 4 race would be really on. And let me know, how do you see the Premier League season unfolding? I think we will be in a race with Tottenham and Newcastle to finish in the top 4. At the moment, Tottenham and Newcastle still are like a few points ahead of Liverpool, but Liverpool have a game in hand on Tottenham, and also Newcastle will play Man City next on the weekend, so I expect Man City to win that game. Arsenal also smashed Everton 4-0, and I really hope Arsenal win the title, because it will show the cheating scumbags Manchester City that it can be done, winning a title without financial doping. Liverpool have shown Man City and also the whole Premier League that it can be done, and hopefully Arsenal will do the same. But Liverpool were basically playing against 12 men. I didn't really want to talk a lot about the referee, but Paul Tierney, I absolutely despise him. He's not good enough to be a Premier League referee. And also, listen to this. No Premier League penalty for Liverpool in the last 32 league games. That's almost a whole season, going back to the start of April last season when Fabinho scored a penalty against Watford. Paul Tierney also in 24 games which he refereed for Liverpool, not a single penalty given to Liverpool. And in 26 games and 22 games that he refereed Man United and Manchester City, he gave penalties 12 times. 6 times to Man United, 6 times to Man City in almost the same number of games. So 12 penalties if you are a Manchester club, but 0 penalties if you are Liverpool. It's absolutely staggering, and I think that is corruption, or like Paul Tierney has a personal agenda against Liverpool and against Jurgen Klopp. He absolutely hates Liverpool, I'm pretty convinced, and referees make decisions emotionally on the pitch as well. You can't deny that. They are human beings, and some referees are really like not good enough for the Premier League. The Premier League is the most entertaining league in the world. You could argue if it's the strongest league or La Liga is the strongest league, but it's definitely the most entertaining and probably the most competitive league in the world. But the referees are like Championship or League One level. And it's no coincidence that when Paul Tierney referees Liverpool, the win rate of Liverpool drops massively. When he referees Man City, they almost always win, even by a bigger percentage than Man City win usually. And for both Manchester clubs, results improve from normal when Paul Tierney referees a team from Manchester. And this is the same referee who didn't see that Paul Jota was pushed from the back before kicking the Wolves player in the leg. So it was a 50-50 decision, I will give him that. But Jota was pushed in the back against Tottenham last season, and Paul Tierney was the same referee refereeing that game, and he didn't give a penalty for that. Jota was absolutely clearly pushed and shoved in the back. He falls over and Tottenham get away with it, and Paul Tierney was the culprit that time as well. And also the Fabinho tackle gave a really controversial moment as well. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions. In my opinion, Mario Lemina goes in two-footed, studs off the ground, should be a red card, but because Fabinho jumps up so he doesn't get a season-ending leg-breaking injury, he has to put his foot somewhere. Gravity is of course a thing, and he comes down and lands on Lemina's foot, but he doesn't stomp on it. He just he can't disappear basically. Lemina is below him and Fabinho is falling, so somewhere his foot has to land. And instead of giving Lemina a red card or a yellow card, he books Fabinho for a yellow card for like stomping on Lemina's foot, which wasn't the case. Fabinho was trying everything to avoid contact with Lemina because of Lemina going in studs high, really like after miscontrol, a bad ball control by Lemina. He wanted to retrieve his or make up for his mistake, and it could have ended Fabinho's season. He could have shattered his bones literally if Fabinho's foot is on the ground with his weight on it. If Lemina goes in and shatters his foot, then Fabinho is out for the season. But listen to this. Paul Tierney, as I said, he refereed around 24 games on average for Man City, Man United and Liverpool. Man City have an 88.5% win ratio for Paul Tierney, which is better than their average. Man United have a 63.6% win ratio with Paul Tierney, which is better than their average. And Liverpool have 50% win ratio with Paul Tierney, which is a lot worse than their average. Paul Tierney is earning around £200,000 per year or even more, and yet he is really biased and just not good enough to be a Premier League referee in my opinion. And what I don't understand is Paul Tierney was refereeing Liverpool games 5 times already this season, and he has been on more Liverpool games as the VAR official, yet some other referees only get Liverpool once this season and not anymore. So why does Paul Tierney get so many Liverpool games when it's clear that he's biased against Liverpool and he's giving Liverpool even less than what is normal, what is average? And my theory is Paul Tierney has a personal beef with Jurgen Klopp or personal agenda. Jurgen Klopp already called out Paul Tierney for this because of what he did in the Tottenham-Liverpool game last season, where he blatantly refereed against Liverpool. It was so obvious, it was absolutely disgusting. Harry Kane should have seen a red card for his two-footed tackle on Robertson. Jota was clearly pushed in the back, no penalty given for Liverpool, no red card given to Tottenham's Harry Kane for almost like breaking Robertson's leg, and countless other examples. Thankfully, at least Liverpool managed to ram in 2 more goals after VAR disallowed the Darwin Núñez goal. As I said, that was probably a 50-50 decision. And also, Paul Tierney will not be the referee for the Liverpool-Man United game. Thank goodness for that, because in such a tight, cagey, very close game, we don't want referees who are biased against one team or another. We want fair referees who give the same amount of penalties and decisions for all the big teams, for all the teams. But I think Paul Tierney is not good enough to referee in the Premier League. And Jurgen Klopp said that the whole story of the game is one that is important for us to take in. I think we did a lot of good stuff in the first half, didn't create that many clear-cut chances, but the best one was probably the header from Harvey Elliott. Second half, around the disallowed goal, already we increased the pressure. Direction was good, a couple of really good situations. I think you all saw the disallowed goal now a couple of times back. And when you see it in slow motion, you see the contact, but I still think it was a goal. But that's not important anymore, especially players don't have a replay, and for them it's a clear goal, of course. Then you have to react. I was not worried, but of course if you watch it, how the boys react, the reaction was really good. Then you force this second goal. I think Virgil could have scored already with the header, but then the top situation from Diogo, really nice goal, and the second goal was exceptional play, a really good counter-attack. Each pass was perfect, and then we controlled it again. So it was a good performance, and of course again a clean sheet, which is extremely helpful. And Jurgen Klopp is right, Liverpool played a really good game. We controlled the game. He said, I really think the centre-halves at Fabinho together, how they covered the area, how they denied the counter-attacks, how they defended into midfield, which is very important against a team who play with one striker. I thought they did really well. In possession, we looked pretty good in a lot of moments with Harvey Elliott, Stefan Bajcetic in the half spaces, that worked well. Up front, we grew into the game. It's not a game where immediately you create plenty of chances, but we grew into the game. All the boys were really involved in all the dangerous stuff, worked extremely hard defensively as well, and that's why you win a football game. And Darwin Núñez is really getting there. Everybody can see he's just a handful, just a proper threat. Again, the disallowed goal he scored was a super reaction, super finish. The runs he had, one again down the line, in the end cross doesn't arrive, but it was pretty similar to the Everton goal. Using his speed in both directions, offensively and defensively, he's really good. He's still a young boy, and I think everyone can see he will get there. No doubt about it. He's already for us super important. I think Man United, Jurgen Klopp said, is the team in form at the moment. Maybe together with Arsenal and Man City are also doing well. The teams up there are all in a pretty good moment. And I didn't see yet the lineup for the Man United West Ham game, but maybe they changed quite a few. That means some of them will be a bit fresher than us, but it's a home game and it's Anfield. I thought Anfield proved the point again tonight. It was super enjoyable. It was like a proper unit We were all together. I love that. That's what we need again on Sunday. Of course it will be difficult. Again, if you face Man United at the weekend, whichever result you've had before, either way you have to strike back. But now we have to use it for our general situation. We have to build on the performance, and we try to do everything exactly like that. So come on Liverpool, let's beat Man United on the weekend. It's a really crucial, really big game for Liverpool's season, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.